into the penultimate round of the Men's Open, and here is the lay of the land. South Africa, with a shot lost to Tonga in the last round, now have their backs up against the wall. They face New Zealand in the final round, and you can't hope to get anything out of that game. So it's a huge game for them here. They must beat Singapore to keep their hopes of qualification alive. Ireland, on the other hand, who are currently sat in 4th place, were beaten by New Zealand today. And they've got another game live for you over on pitch 1 against the Cook Islands, where once again they can't be expected to get a result against a Cook Island side on fire. We will of course keep you updated with all the results as they come in. For now though, Singapore take on South Africa. And alongside me for this game, Alice, again, good to see you. Well, it's a bright start for South Africa here. 6 touches from the half, and Singapore on top. Well, here come Singapore again. They are also within a hint of qualification. In goes Kenneth Liao. He is caught.
Mikrofon.
Apologies there, ladies and gents, just squaring away some technical issues. In fact, there aren't any technical issues. That's what I was squaring away. And we're still live here on pitch 2 at the Touch Rugby World Cup. South Africa desperately in need of a win. And Alice, it's a bit of a nervous start for them. Here comes Singapore. They've scored the first, and they're on the transition as well. So, South Africa hoping to sneak into the quarterfinals. They trail Ireland at the moment by 3 points.
Yeah, and just passing the ball around here, Singapore. So dangerous. But South Africa with a really good field position, just getting some fresh legs on.
Touch made there on Miguel Duplessis, who leaves the field. There are the fresh legs, as you mentioned, Alice, and South Africa looking to open up the park here. Great pick up from Osman back on the inside. It was Shakil Saeed there who was involved. South Africa go over, offside call, that's what the referees were squaring away, and South Africa have squared it up.
And that is so important for South Africa here. Number 2, and looking amazing. So 1-1 here, and really, really well done.
Yanni Myberg goes over. Singapore, though, 6 touches from the half they scored from this position earlier on in this very game. Singapore with an outside chance of qualifying as well, if they can get a victory here.
Yeah, Singapore here just playing really expansive, passing that ball around, and a little quickie play here, back to the attack. Let's see what they can build off of this strike move.
Three sides still within a chance of qualification to the quarter-finals. Singapore, Ireland and South Africa. It was advantage Ireland coming into the day, but they've been defeated by New Zealand as we await their result against the Cook Island too. South Africa had a chance to overtake them, but were beaten by Tonga. They did come from 9-3 down at half-time to finish the game at 10-9.
And wow, what a ball across, just sharpen it, but just out of place here for too far out reach for Singapore's number 10. But looking dangerous in the attack here. South Africa driving to their box, trying to keep a ball alive, but it looks like a little bit of a tussle there. But South Africa gaining the ball. Lovely meters coming onto this pitch now. Lovely injection of pace here.
And here come South Africa then. It's Cal Roberts again on the offensive. South Africa looking to take the lead for the first time. 5 minutes into the game. There's a man free on the left-hand side. Can George Mackloff dive in?
And it is given. What a try for South Africa that we can see. George with the score.
Mackloff goes over. It's a great finish, diving into his left. And despite the best efforts of Singapore's own on-rushing winger, he just couldn't get there. Oh, what a finish. Look how close he is there.
The one-handed left-hand dive is so insane and amazing to see the diving attributes from South Africa.
South Africa go 2-1 up. As you said, a win here keeps their hopes of qualification alive with one more round to play after this, but it is against the one of the top sides in the world in New Zealand. Here comes Singapore. How quickly can they respond? Over they go. Down goes Brian Wong. He's turned away at the door by the touch box for now.
Looks like a great touch from South Africa, but like you say, Singapore knocking on that door and looking to go.
Quick pick up, go to the right-hand side, diving in short, Lang Shen Ti. He's kept out by South Africa again, but a penalty at the line. Alice, huge opportunity for Singapore.
Opportunity, and he picks up and he's going to go himself.
Singapore scooping through. Has he been caught? Well, it was a great run by Derek Ng, but back came Shakil Syed to make the touch.
Yeah, just can't go back again. It's going to be a new South 6.
A second penalty, one more, and South Africa will be down to 5.
Singapore playing around here mid-mid.
Mitchell Yu gives the shift. Here he is again, Yu. On the wraparound is Ducorno. Oh, and then diving for the line in short range, Felix Ducorno.
Yeah, just looking for that mid-mid gap, but the referee saying a touch here for South Africa. Looking like they're going to do a doggy's play, but no, he just runs around the outside, and that's also so important to get your...
Another touch made on Lang Shen Ti.
Chasing around mid play.
Well, it's back to the left-hand side. Comes Singapore diving in South Africa to make the touch. That time it's Myberg. The try scorer for South Africa with another important defensive intervention. And Alice, what a defensive set to deny them.
Yeah, great defensive set here for South Africa. And what a play, I must say. Just Singapore just didn't manage to get across that line. But here, South Africa, great meters down this wing.
Well, they'd love to extend their advantage in this first half. What a pick up that is. Great scoop and the little show and go. But the hand goes up from Brian Wong. He gets the touch on Gordon.
Yeah, great defensive here from Singapore. Just end to end, and that's what we love to see, a high competitive game of touch rugby.
A defeat here would surely knock Singapore out of the competition ahead of their final game. It would certainly lead them up against it going into the final round, which will be tomorrow at 8:50, live for you here on pitch 2 and across pitches 3, 6 and 1, all brought to you here at Highfields as we approach finals day in the Touch Rugby World Cup.
Still a couple of days of touch rugby, and I can't wait to see what it brings.
So much more knockout rugby to come, and every game feels like a knockout at this stages of the pool as Mackloff goes down.
Yeah, that's going to be a... the refs just talk about it here and see what they can bring.
Well, it is a turnover for Singapore. South Africa lead by 2-1 as we approach the 10-minute mark, Alice, but it's been a cagey affair so far.
Yes, and we see here just Singapore on the ball.
Well, Singapore have got the Philippines in their final game, which is definitely a winnable fixture for them. So defeat here might not see them completely out of the competition. They trail by 3 points to Ireland, as do South Africa.
It has been such a tough pool here, and all these teams have been playing incredible, but just a penalty against South Africa, as it could be detrimental on the line, and trying to get the tap here.
Great pickup. Singapore with a few touches at the line. In short, Ducournau. Great ball. Well, they wanted Duggan at number 18 to take him on the outside, but they just ran out of pace, Singapore. They've got another crack at the line here. Here's Mitchell Yuan. They go wide. Oh, he's just left. They went for the intercept there, South Africa, but Tyrone Fushlong just left it go.
Singapore is number 10 as well on that far wing. Great dive, trying to reach that ball just out of the hands there, and couldn't touch it in the end. But South Africa here get some more fresh legs on.
Well, they head to the box and look to make the changes. Charging forward, Miguel Duplessis. And now opening up the pitch, the dangerous Shakil Sayed.
South Africa really.
Oh, there's the missed pass, picked off the deck by Macklin. And turnover, as you were saying, Alice.
Yeah, just looking dangerous both sides, and really tight game. 1-2 to South Africa. So Singapore really looking for another score, and driving through, weaving his way, and getting extra yards, which is so important and vital here. Singapore driving on now, just getting the half there, and driving in, trying to get a scoop, and he does. Giving the ball out wide.
One Daniel Lee dots down, but oh, it was a touch made by Maxwell.
Wow indeed by that South African player making that touch.
Makalov on the wing just about got a hold of him. Singapore spilled the ball and South Africa have it back. What a diving touch. Let's have another look at that one, Alice.
Definitely thought that was a try in that corner, but
oh, he's just about got a hold of him. That's twice now.
Wow, and
South Africa have been spared by an inch. First to score and then not to concede. Stepping off the rat is Myberg again. Is Faber. Oh, and now there's a bit of space in behind. South Africa scooping along. Moepi changes direction of the attack. Good footwork from Myberg. Over they go in the corner. Michael touches down. Wesley Myberg this time, the assister. What a performance so far this is, Alice, from South Africa.
What a performance indeed, and a lovely ball to the wing. Like we said, number 14 scores in the left-hand corner.
Oh, what a score that is, and suddenly Singapore are 3-1 behind.
Go forward now, wingers, got to go forward, wing it forward. Thank you both.
Wow, Singapore almost in the corner, but can you believe it? He's there again, George Makalov, to make a try-saving touch.
And South Africa on the attack now and getting good yards, and we've seen this so many times, but Singapore is such a great team and hard to get past.
Oh, indeed, they're level on 13 points coming into this game, but a top carry that from Shakil Sayed, and then opening up the field.
Yeah, just trying to get that dive there, and just Singapore, just again, the defense really, really strong.
Matthew Wowbank that time diving in for South Africa. And now taking it down the right-hand side. There's a strong run through the centre. Singapore making great yards. Bin Johan there. Well, Singapore have won the turnover and they're back on the offensive as well. Running down the left here, Singapore. Wanden will pass out to the left. It was just juggled in possession by T and Alice. Singapore knocking on the door.
Singapore are knocking on that door, and like we can see, it's so dangerous being in South Africa's zone 7, and he's weaving his way through, and he's found the gap.
Singapore, they're through the hole. Up goes the hand from Tutu Faber. The touch is made.
And what a touch indeed, just working his way through, but the penalty is going to be coming in.
Oh,
so
another great dive from South Africa. Pretty impressive stuff.
And a quickie play on the outside, but
flying off the line, Faber again.
Great touch there. Number 7 on the ball for Singapore.
Chai forcing the touch. Christopher Mack with Chai in support. Here's Chai again. Mack to the left they go. Chai flashes it across. What a ball! Over they go. Up goes the hand from Myberg. Did he make the touch?
And
it's another unbelievable save from the South Africans. Have another look at this one, Alice.
This is insane. Coming in with the quickie open side, flinging to the wing, takes it, and flying in that number 4 for South Africa. What a touch indeed.
Wesley Myberg with another important intervention for South Africa, but a penalty has turned it over for them, and there's the ball back inside, and now Singapore on the attack again.
Singapore is really hunting for this, but that's going to be a turnover, and so a penalty is for South Africa. Getting that tap, running in, and they're staying direct.
What a break this is through the centre. Can anyone catch South Africa? It's the top scorer, Mohamed Ramiz Osman. 12 tries in this World Cup, and he's almost got South Africa in for another. They have got 5 touches at the line.
Yeah, great beaters, and just weaved his way through. And on the line here for South Africa, can they get another try?
Schofield with Myberg in the centre. Myberg of the Yanni variety. Schofield goes alone.
Yeah, just avoiding that touch, and saw the defence dropping early. And they have given it, and that's another try for South Africa.
Offside call against Singapore. The second time they've been stung late by the referee. This time it's Samuel Schofield who benefits, and South Africa go 4-1 up in this do-or-die fixture for the Men's Open.
Yeah, looking really promising here with a 3-0 lead. So 4-1 is the scores on the doors, but the referee's just waiting for Singapore to play here. And yes, they do. Getting meters down this side. Just reading that defence really well.
Well, in round 7, Singapore beat Wales by just a single try, which puts them above South Africa on 16 points in the pool. However, on try difference, South Africa will go above them with a victory here, and they will overtake Ireland as well if they put enough points on the board, and Ireland do in fact lose to the Cook Islands. On try difference, South Africa will go ahead going into the final round of fixtures. But Singapore could still steal it tomorrow when they play the Philippines, and win is the only thing good enough for South Africa to stay alive in the Men's Open. Gosh, this exciting.
Exciting times in this pool for sure. So much going on and so many tactics to think about, and especially the try difference. We all forget about that.
All forget about the try difference until it knocks you out of the tournament. The only thing South Africa need to think about is getting a win here. It'll put them above Ireland. It'll put them above Singapore. For now, all level on 16 points.
And just coming here, South Africa have been looking really dangerous so far, and just making their way up to Singapore's try. And as we can see here, mixed match, and he goes for the dive in the middle, but that's going to be a touch for Singapore.
Miguel Duplessis falls back to the 7. Osman, as we said, 12 tries, top scorer for South Africa. Well, it's a lovely ball across to the left-hand side as well. Shafiq Abrahams had a go inside to Osman.
Oh, wow, what a try indeed, and kind of just lovely little ticky-tacky play from there.
South Africa's top scorer does it again. Mohamed Ramiz Osman puts South Africa further in front.
And looking at this replay here, just hands on the outside, and then making them shut in and giving that ball on the inside. Just well read from the attack what the defence was doing, and kind of just collapsed from the defence and left the space opening up for them.
If South Africa can hold on here, It will take us down to the final day to decide Pool B. Take us down to 10-9 tomorrow when New Zealand take on South Africa. The final round of men's pool fixtures live for you tomorrow. We'll have South Africa again here on Highfields too.
And I can't wait to watch that game because I'm invested now. And looking long from Singapore.
They surely will drop down with consummate ease. No pressure on the winger there from South Africa. Singapore back in the game. Brian Lim.
Oh, as we see here on the replay, just getting that quickie out, passing it open side wing. Nowhere to be seen is that South Africa's winger, but lovely try from Singapore.
South Africa then, their deficit looking to be increased here. Singapore know what they need to do. There goes the buzzer. Kim Roberts had one before the break. Lifted over the top. South Africa run out of space. Try at the death from Singapore, gets them back into the contest. They still trail by 5-2 against South Africa, who are playing to keep their tournament alive. Singapore know that it will still go down to the final day if they can hold on here.
And going into this half, really, really great effort from both teams and not making it easy for South Africa to be on top right now.
However, they do still lead by 5-2 with 20 minutes to go in this penultimate round of fixtures from the Men's Open live here at Highfields in the 2024 Touch Rugby World Cup in Nottingham.
Players and officials, it's your 2-minute warning. Players and officials, it's your 1-minute warning. Players and officials, 1-minute warning. Ladies and officials, this is your 32nd warning. Please take the field ready to play.
Alice, South Africa lead.
South Africa do lead.
And they need a win here to keep their hopes of progression in the men's open alive. Singapore know that defeat here is not the end, because a win against the Philippines might be enough for them to overtake Ireland if Ireland lose on the final day. It's all if buts and maybes at the moment.
Yes.
What matters to South Africa is they hold on here.
South Africa do need this win, like we've been saying this. Oh, but here, just a simple mistake. But they're going to take it back.
Well, they'll have another go at things here just before the buzzer, perhaps. They've got lucky there.
They do got lucky. And they tap off again for the second time.
Well, Singapore beat Wales in the last game. Earlier on in the week, on the 16th, 17th, they beat Fiji and Tonga, respectively. And other than that, it's all losses against Japan, the Cook Islands, New Zealand and Ireland. But they're behind here as well to South Africa. Could be another loss added to the tally.
Yeah.
In South Africa's run of results, of course, we saw them lose to Ireland live here on the first day of the Men's Open. They then beat Wales, lost to the Cook Islands, beat the Philippines, lost to Japan, beat Fiji. They were going on that run.
Ball to the wing here, number 14 scoring for South Africa.
Well, Macklouf, what a game he's having. That's his second try, a couple of try-saving touches as well. They lost to Tonga in that final game. I was talking on the sideline to Devon Horn, and he's part of the South African side, not playing in this fixture. He's helping out with the coaches, but he said that they just didn't wake up. They went 9-3 down at half-time before, running it back and almost winning the game. It finished 10-9 in, so they won the second half, 7-1.
Yeah, and but it's so important to switch on for those important games. You can't just turn up on the second half. You have to turn up the full game. Until that hooter shouts, you've got to be there. But Singapore in the attack right now and looking dangerous. I think it's going to be a penalty for offside here.
I'm also not very good at maths. It was 6-1 in the second half to South Africa. Otherwise they would have drawn 10-all. They didn't. They lost the game, and that's what's got them in so much trouble here. Singapore with 6 at the line, carried on by T.
Looking a quickie play, stepping back in, and a face play looking long.
Well, it could be on here for Singapore. Across comes Macklouf. He puts in another touch. Penalty for Singapore. That's twice at the line. One more, South Africa down to 5. Ball in hand, Liang Sheng T. Leaves it instead. Gets it back on the return, does T.
Singapore here, looking for 32.
T runs out of options. Olepi up to make the touch. T on the return. Touch made by Faber. South Africa on the retreat. Sliding in close range. Shane Duggan touches down to Singapore. Back in the game.
And that is a try to see by Singapore on the replay now. Looking here, just a quickie play. Getting the ball back, stepping in, passing QB, and ball is down. One-handed dive, and we love to see it. South Africa back on the ball, though, wanting another score. Not letting it have them easy. Singapore, South Africa with the ball, looking long, but that's going to be ball down. Well defended here by Singapore. And South Africa do look dangerous, but here, driving out. Really high intensity, and we love to see it.
Singapore on the break instead. 5-3 at the break, and South Africa failed to add another.
Here, South Africa on the ball driving, getting fresh legs on, but really close to Singapore's 7-meter line.
Singapore are back in the game. One try apiece in the second half. And here goes Duplessis. Leaves it in the end. Caleb Roberts.
And number 16 for South Africa wearing the bucket hat and style, and he has the ball.
Here he goes, Abrahams. Ball back over the top, Duplessis. Great line speed to disrupt.
And really nice play though. But South Africa with the ball.
They've got another touch at the line here. Duplessis, Roberts, Duplessis. Now the direct running from Osman, gets it on the return. Lovely weight of pass into the path of Shafiq Abrahams.
Yeah, he held on to that ball really well there, just so to draw that defender in and then release it. But really well done by Singapore, defending that out. And like we can see here, driving out the box, trying to get good beaters.
Singapore up to halfway. And into the 10-metre as well. They'll have a strike at the line from here. Great carry by Yuan. Oh, interception! Picked up by Abrahams. Shafiq Abrahams. He's being hunted down by Wong. Puts it over the top. Roberts is away. What a ball by Abrahams. South Africa have another try.
What a try for South Africa indeed. Getting that intercept and that link-up play between the two players there. On this replay, like we can see, just picking it up. 3, 2, 1. There he goes, and off the mark. But great chase down by the Singapore players. I thought they were going to catch them in the end, but ball gets released and a lovely score.
Well, good job. Caleb Roberts was in support. I'm not sure I would have been chasing my man down if he was through and away like that. Great pace from Wong. Here comes Singapore then. That's a real dagger in the heart for Touch Singapore, because they were well in with another score there as the sun finally dips behind the clouds and gives everyone here a little bit of a break. It's been sweltering heat so far. Two sides, though, used to that kind of weather in South Africa and Singapore, and here they come. That's his cheer.
And that is a lovely play, but a great touch from the South Africans. It does look like Singapore is knocking on that door for another try.
Here's Chia into the path of Mack. Sliding in, flying out to make the touch on Ducournau. South Africa escape for now. Felix Ducournau denied. Singapore back on the defensive. Carried on by Faber. Here he is again, Faber at the half.
Yes.
And they hit the box side through Myberg.
So important here to get your half there really quickly. Just get the ball moving and not on the floor for too long.
Here's Shakil Saeed, lovely footwork to get on the outside. He's got Yanni Myberg with him as well. Myberg.
Oh, and he
Showing
gets
go,
spinning
it goes through the hole, inside pass, what a try, Shakil Saeed goes over. South Africa turning on the star, running away with this game. It's 8-3, they go in front.
What a try indeed we see from South Africa, just reading it. And he stutters, and he goes mid himself, and then he gets the connection with number 10 South Africa.
Well, could have just gone himself, Myberg, but picked out Shakil Saeed for another score. And then all of a sudden, Singapore are all at sea.
Really does look like South Africa have found their rhythm, but Singapore not making it easy here. And the sweeper.
Oh, great pickup as well.
And it's going to be called a touch, but really good dive there from the Singapore player.
Singapore still with possession at the 7, Duggan. Duggan on the return, great footwork inside of Osman.
And that's going to be a try back for Singapore. This game is getting intense here.
Shane Duggan touches down.
Yeah, as we can see the replay here, just getting the ball in, coming in, and it's going to be a Ricky open side, and he just dives for the line on that player on his short side. Lovely to see here, but South Africa with their speed on the outside, but just making it to Singapore's.
Myberg almost through, they're at the 7. Faber, Molepi, great pickup. Faber on the inside, looking to free the hands once more was Ashwell Gordon, but a big touch came in. I think it's going to be a penalty, Alice.
No, I think it's just going to be a touch there, and a great...
He's got away with one there, perhaps.
Yeah, a great snipe. But
well, lovely step, flashed back across by Olorata Moepi. Touchdown by Singapore, so 7 at the line.
Yeah.
6 touches for South Africa.
South Africa just wanted to take it quick there, but being told by the ref to take it in again.
Here's Moepi. There's Myberg at the half. Moepi, lovely footwork on the inside. Touch made by Ryan Ong.
And what a game we have. So intense.
So intense, the levels are high here. Myberg, Moepi, whips it out. It's just been spilt by South Africa.
And that's going to be a new set of 6. Just one of those Singapore players reaching out his hand and getting a touch on that. So South Africa with a new set of 6.
Ashwell Gordon. Here's Moepi again. On come the substitutes. Makluf plays half. He's moved into the centre. Moepi on the return from Faber. Moepi again. Steps inside. Faber. Singapore once again looking to disrupt. The arm goes up from Yanni Meiberg on the bench. He wants a new set of 6.
And the ref is called
A penalty for Singapore. For South Africa, sorry, against Singapore. And here's Abrahams. Set up that wonderful breakaway with the interception. Abrahams wears the first touch.
Watching out for the Abraham in the bucket hat there.
Here's Caleb Roberts. Osman!
And a quickie play again, just trying to get down low in that mid gap. And
Mohamed Ramiz Osman, real danger for South Africa. So prolific in this World Cup. Shafiq Abrahams at the half. Osman taking them all on, picks out a pass.
How good has this Singapore defence been? South Africa knocking on that door, but Singapore not letting them have an easy escape. And they will be so happy to defend that out.
Duplessis, the offload just found the Highfield turf, so Singapore break, and they're just about keeping themselves in this game.
And getting a repeat set of 6 and defending that out. The fitness levels you are blowing after just 1 set, but 2 sets.
There's the touch from Makluf made on Ducournau, and now they look to open up the field. Nice step on the inside, looking to free the offload. Mitchell Yuen was in, but it's ball down, South Africa possession, and we can all finally catch a breath, Alice.
Wow, that was intense. I think I was stood up the whole time there.
Well, here comes South Africa then through Roberts as they look to hit the box. Makluf lifts it into the path of Miguel Duplessis. George Makluf again. Inside ball to Schofield, the first half try scorer. Schofield at the half. Lovely footwork again from Meiberg. Schofield, one more should do it. The no-look pass. Can you believe it? Whipped out by Shaquille Syed. And that is the third beautiful...
It's going to be called a forward pass.
As you should
there.
cut me off there, Alice, because I was ranting on about the third unbelievable try South Africa have scored. Makluf denied his hat-trick instead. And Singapore still hanging on in this game with 12 minutes.
Just
8 minutes to go.
Yeah, just unfortunate there to get given that forward pass, but really, really good play there from South Africa, but Singapore back on the attack.
They have to start making these forays into the South African 7 count. Another missed opportunity.
And just the South African box right in front of us here, we can hear them cheer on their team, and it's a great atmosphere, I must say.
They're lined up on the box side, regardless of if they're primed to go on or not. That's a big touch there on Yanni Meiberg. You stayed on the deck, possibly just fatigue, I hope so. Singapore, on the other hand, win it back and open up the field through Ahmed Afik bin Johan. Here he is, laying it back. Lovely line, there's the wide pass. Across comes Meiberg to make the touch. George Makluf has had an unbelievable game.
Yeah, just running that sweeper play there for Singapore and throwing short side wing. Looks really strong, but South Africa making that touch for the release early.
Lovely little show and go, but it won't deceive Makluf. He makes the touch again, this time on Christopher Mack.
Singapore back with the ball. Let's see what they can do at the line here. Looking like they're going to get the ball out.
Suddenly South Africa have dropped off and Shane Duggan has another try.
No way, what a play there, and it kind of just parts out, as we can see for the Singapore team diving through that gap. Wow, what a score indeed, just as hopefully we can see here on the quickie play.
Well, look at the space that opened up when Duggan received it back on the inside. Faber just drifting off, hoping to mark Christopher Mack.
Yeah, what a dive we can see there, but South Africa not letting loose and on the attack again.
Duplessis wants it on the return from Osman. Miguel Duplessis picks out Makluf. Surely the hat-trick now.
And it is the hat-trick, it has been given, and what a play we see indeed.
Well, just as Singapore look to get a foothold in the fixture, South Africa score a 9th try.
Wow, what a game we have here on our hands. And what a finish.
Miguel Duplessis gave the pass, Makluf the beneficiary.
Just here, Singapore we have. And it did look like they were having a lot of momentum here. but back on the ball, looking for an attack play, and we know they can get through South Africa's defence. Let's see if they can do it again, though.
Tasty footwork from Ryan Ong, and he wants it back again. They lift it over the top instead, but hits the deck.
I'm just looking for the sinker ball there from the Singapore's attack. Just trying to loop it over there, but South Africa able to hold off. I'm just wanting, oh, I think that's going to be a turnover there, just a fumble with the rock. So really good field position for Singapore. Let's see if they can get more momentum on the line and get that try.
South Africa need a couple tries and they need them quickly. Here's Chia. Chia back on the inside, sliding in from close range.
And that is going to be touch too, as the referee says. Great touch from the South Africans.
Felix Ducournau denied at the line for not the first time in this game. Ducournau draws the touch. Winding up the long pass, little switch inside instead, but Matthias Chia is caught.
Yeah, great play there, and great defence in total by the South African team. Singapore just bouncing them around, working the feet.
Lifted again into the path of the Singapore middle. Chia takes the touch. Now they open the field. Surely now Schofield won't get there. Singapore will score. They keep themselves alive with 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, what a play we can see there. And what a game we have on our hands. Looking at this replay, and it's a well-worked play. Just dancing around, getting that quickie QB, but going down for that phase play, leaving that winger in no man's land and getting that try. Really, really lovely and great to see from Singapore.
Singapore are still in the contest.
Couple minutes remaining here, 4 minutes to go, and a tight game. Singapore not letting South Africa have it easy, but...
Du Plessis, Roberts, caught, quick pickup, Du Plessis again, this time it's Osman.
And that is an ankle breaker of a step we have from South Africa.
Mohamed Ramid Osman, top scorer for South Africa, and he hasn't hurt his standings one bit with another couple of tries today. And this is a great angle as well, Du Plessis. Caught Roberts, lifted it to Osman. Lovely footwork, puts a Singaporean defender on his backside as well. And he just lays there, slightly hurt, I think, Samuel Cole. Not physically, but mentally perhaps.
Yeah, it is nasty when you do get stepped like that, especially on the wide stage of this.
We've all been there as Singapore trying to get back in the game. Well, Tutti Faber so close to turning it around.
Yeah, it's looking really nice from both teams there, and not letting go Singapore. They are trying their best, and they're still in this game. Just dancing around here, quickie play, step back.
Oh, well, the touch is made there on Lang Shangteng. That is Chia.
And passing to the wing. And that's going to be another try
Mitchell
for the
Yuen goes
Singapore
over
team.
for Singapore. All of a sudden, it was Brian Lim, in fact, number 17. All of a sudden, there's a bit of a game on here. It's 9-7.
It's not too long to go, so can South Africa keep Singapore out is the true question.
Roberts with a tap.
Maybe
He's got Du Plessis in support.
Maybe a little bit of game management here from South Africa, trying to keep hold of that ball for the next 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Mio Du Plessis drifting behind. Good pick out for Abrahams. He wants to switch. He goes alone. He's caught at the 7. South Africa 2 minutes away from a huge victory here.
And this will mean everything to them, and they put everything on the line. Sweeper play coming round.
Here's Roberts. He'll go on his own.
And that's going to be a touch from the Singapore team.
What a massive touch as well from close range. And now Singapore will look to break.
Singapore here driving up the box, as we can see. But it's going to be a turnover. That could be detrimental. Just South Africa getting the ball in Singapore's own half. South Africa really looking for the try here, and we want to put one more up on the Singapore team.
South Africa could seal it with another try here. There's just a minute to go and they lead by 9-7. Roberts, Du Plessis, Osman taking their time here, South Africa.
Just burning the touches here.
Du Plessis switches direction, keeps a hold of it, as you said, Alice. Some good game management from the touch box.
You can hear the South African team shouting from the box here.
Du Plessis, Osman, teasing footwork, picks out Du Plessis. That could be the one that seals it.
And that is a try given for South Africa.
Over goes Yanni Meyerberg, who opened up the scoring, and he sealed the win for South Africa as they hit double figures. Miguel Du Plessis with another assist.
Oh, just great play with the hands here, and running hard on the outsides is so detrimental for the teams, and I love to see the South African team do that.
What a good result this will be for South Africa.
And
Lovely
Singapore
switch
with
around.
the-
Singapore looking to open up the pitch. Good cover from who else? But George Markloff again.
And the ball's still going. Can they keep it alive?
Well, the buzzer will go any second now. Singapore would like another on the board.
And that is
The perfect end to this game. Singapore's number 12, Lang Sheng Ti, touches down. And it won't mean much for the outcome of this game. In the end, 11-8, the official score line. So Singapore have been defeated, and South Africa keep their hopes in this competition alive.
wow. That is some competitive touch we just saw, and Singapore did not let South Africa have it easy. But it looks like just the refs are debating there what was going to happen. And
Well, it looks like we're going to have a final play.
yeah, game has not ended just yet. They're going to be tapping off.
Well, I think South Africa will be...
Oh, no.
Finally, the whistle does go. And that is the end. South Africa indeed, 11-8 the victors there. A huge game for them. They keep their hopes in the men's open alive.
Wow. What a game indeed. I'm too stunned to speak here.
Oh,
South Africa win, and that is so important to them.
well, the action doesn't stop, of course, from the Touch Rugby World Cup here in Nottingham. We return to the Women's Opens, and it's Singapore again in action. This time they take on Japan.
Okay, so just have confirmation there was a game due to be a drop-off. That game has not gone ahead, so there's no drop-off. So we're going to cancel a drop-off for that game. Next tip-off is 1:55. Nice little reminder, the SOS Kit Aid is here to get your old, unused, unwanted kit. We've got a bit of life left in it, but we might have some new kit for this tournament. Please